All right, guys, so I have something kind of special here, really special here. This is the Porsche 993 remastered by Guntherwerks, the Greenwich commission. These are all sold out. They only made 25 of them. I don't know if this is one of the ones sold or if this is just a press car, but I did get to drive this thanks to Peter and, the owner and Johnny Lieberman letting me drive in the canyons, and that was... that experience is hard to put into words. This is such a special car. But as you can see, it looks like a piece of art. I mean, this is just phenomenal. And they basically take this 993 donor car and sort of gut it, fill it with carbon fiber panels, and like rebuild it to be this modern masterpiece. Something that's very appropriate for 2021. And this is definitely a driver's car. I think like when people see cars like this and they sort of compare them to cars like, you know, Singer or Workshop 5001, they think it might be more of a GT car, but this thing is hardcore. It's fully adjustable suspension. It's very easily accessible, actually. And this is meant to attack the racetrack, the canyons. It's meant to give you as much feedback as humanly possible. But the fit and finish on this car really is just top notch when you look at it. Carbon fiber absolutely everywhere. Look at the back here. You have the little fire extinguisher because, again, race car. And that is kind of the theme. It's like, how pretty can we make a race car? And I think they've done a phenomenal job with the resto mod. Look, like you've got these Fuchs tribute wheels here. And this color, I don't know what I'd call this color. Some sort of like chalk green, right? This flat green. And this is actually like a standard color, no extra cost. But like with the gold wheels, I mean, this is just such a beautiful spec, right? And everything on this car is carbon fiber, right? So you see, Guntherwerks. This engine lid here, they had me lift it up earlier, entirely carbon fiber. It just weighs nothing. As a result, this whole car weighs 2,600 pounds wet. I'll tell you what, driving it, I 100% believe that. Like the chassis is so stiff and the car is so responsive and it feels so nimble, and you start to realize, like, you know, I guess it is Colin Chapman's sort of ethos, which is add lightness, and it just responds in such a way, and it makes modern cars feel a little bit loose. Like, for example, I got out of this and got back into my GT3 Touring, and again, I think my GT3 Touring is like the perfect car, and it's great, but it's kind of raw. It is kind of a raw car. It's kind of rough around the edges. And I like that. But getting out of this one, it came to GT3 Touring, made the Touring feel like it was like an SUV. I was like riding on a cloud. And it also made me realize like there's a degree of connection that's lost, because with this steering, you feel absolutely everything. The suspension, you're feeling every bump in the road. And despite the fact that this is a very expensive car, I believe this build altogether would be $725,000. You know, for this custom bespoke car, right? You know, it's maybe not the kind of thing that I would feel confident about pushing, but it gives you so much information that you can just start pushing immediately. Not that I was going like super crazy or anything like that, but you know, I was going fast because the car was telling me everything that I needed to know. Oh, and this is also kind of wild. These, I believe, are 3D printed. I think they got some aerospace designers to do it. I forget who. But apparently it was like a ton of work. It took like 28 man hours or something. I hope I'm getting that right. But like, yeah, it's kind of nuts. But look, like how aggressive this looks, but yet how the lines flow. There's a cool little optical illusion actually Johnny pointed out, which is it looks like the rear track is like considerably wider than the right, or the front rather. But actually what's happening is the body is tapering in a little bit, and then you get just these hips. Oh, I could die for these hips, right? You get the shoulders there. It's just such a muscular looking car. And there is a lot of tire on this car. Like, so we got some P0 Corsas, which are good tires. Maybe not the longest lasting tires, but these things have an insane amount of grip, especially when you get some heat in them. And look at that. That's right. 295 3018 up front. Nice square tire. So what is the rear? The rear is 335 3018. Just insane contact patches. Now, there's a bit of a downside there. The turning circle of this car just straight up sucks, but that doesn't matter really. That's not what you're buying this car for. And you know, there's a little bit of tram lighting. It will follow the road a little bit, but the grip, oh my God, it's just something else. So yeah, that's a little exterior overview of this car. Let me know what you think. Do you guys think this is worth the price? I mean, there's only 25 of these in the world. They're entirely customizable. They'll all look quite different. They're all sold. So even if you want one, you can't get one now. But what a special car. Do you guys think it's worth it? I definitely do.